By now, you have all heard of the massive amounts of layoffs that swept all of tech from early 2023 till now and late 2022 of last year. And so there's been a bunch of different theories and discussion as to why were there so many layoffs. The state of the economy, overhiring COVID, return to office. There's so many different reasons, but I have a different spin on it today. Was there a tech hiring bubble? And were the results of these layoffs just the burst of that bubble? So on my screen here, I have a very cool resource that I just recently came across and kind of what spun up the idea for this video, and it's was there a tech hiring bubble? And you can see here, there's three graphs here. The blue one represents software development job postings on Indeed in the United States. The red one are IT operation and help desk job postings on Indeed in the United States. And then the dashed one are just overall job postings on Indeed in the United States. And you can see at the start, right somewhere here, in May of 2020, there was an accelerated growth on overall job postings. You can see overall job postings, IT jobs, and you can really see the sharp increase in software development jobs just ramp up. And this continued all the way until May 7th, 2022. So that is almost 2 full years of just this rapid increased hiring rate within tech. IT, you can see that it was also increasing, and overall jobs also increased. But then you can see something happened in about December of 2021. And you can see here that the IT operation help desk jobs, as well as overall job postings in the United States, kind of started stagnating. They kind of flatlined, while the jobs in software, although not accelerating growth, still somewhat increasing and bouncing between high and low values. And if we expand the search, we can see exactly what happened next. You can see this looks like a mountain that you'd climb and just go right down. And you can see that this does affect IT and help desk jobs. You can see the red line, it increased and then flat line, then a bit of a decrease. But the interesting thing that really caught my attention is the dashed dotted line here. We can see that just overall job postings on LinkedIn haven't really changed since December of 2021 all the way until December 2022. Now, what does all this mean? Well, obviously, no, I'm on teamblind.com here. All of the searches, hand off after being laid off, laid off, laid off. Read this, laid off today, laid off today. Got laid off today, laid off from Tesla today. Friend was laid off today. Laid off from Meta after being laid off from Twitter. Damn. Got laid off today, laid off from Meta, laid off, laid off. Dear laid off engineers, getting laid off fucked my life. 10% Robinhood, laid off. I was laid off and persevered. GG got laid off at Epic, being laid off. Meta rehiring, laid off engineers. Am I getting laid off? You can see that a lot of people were laid off, and really, I think we can all agree that the economy at the state or the correction after COVID definitely contributed to the layoffs. But I really want to say that this was a 2-year, even more, a 2+ year hiring extravaganza in software and development. The people hired in this period may have not been the best engineers, but companies wanted people that could program. And if you are a recent grad or a bootcamp grad or whatever it is, and you showcase that you could somewhat complete leak code, that you're not a complete asshole, and that you're willing to learn, you probably would have got a nice $150K offer letter from a bunch of different companies. And that was all fun and dandy. Everybody was laughing for 2 years, new grad, making so much money, working remote, life is so great and awesome, software engineering so easy, you just Google and Stack Overflow. Pop. And then reality hit. And what did reality do? It corrected itself and say, if something's too good to be true, it's probably because it is. And so with that, we know we saw almost 250,000 people laid off from a span of October 2022 to March of 2023. And the real painstake moment here is the fact that even though it has been some time since the wave of layoffs in early 2023, there are still people who have not been able to find a job, and new grads who are just completely struggling to find a job, period. Anyone not landing a job after 9 months being laid off? I was impacted by Google's layoff in January as an L3 software engineer. This is a junior engineer. Still get no offer. There's no company hiring juniors except campus hiring, and I'm not strong enough for a mid-level position. What should I do? Does anyone have the same situation here? GG got laid off. Hey everyone, unfortunately I've been laid off recently and I'm actively looking for new opportunities. I have around 2 years of professional experience primarily focused on AR/VR application development. I really appreciate any referrals, especially to Meta or any other companies hiring for early career roles in AR/VR development. Fuck layoffs. So obviously times are still tough, and I truly believe times are going to even get tougher. I think that what we saw wasn't a recession per se, but I think it was just the tech bubble bursting. And I truly think if you're in the US, I think the economy is trending towards a further recession. I know people are already saying we're already in a recession. So really make sure that you're being very smart with your finances. Maybe you skip on a vacation this year. Who knows? Maybe you're a little bit more frugal with your spending. What do you guys think? Do you think that the mass amount of layoffs that we saw earlier this year and late last year were the result of a tech hiring bubble burst? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because it's awesome. But I gotta leave you guys off with one thing, and that is you gotta pow it.